Today we're taking a look at the most broken blocks in 7 Days to Die. Let's get to it. There are a lot of ways to mess with the zombie AI in this game, but one of the easiest ways is with some blocks. And there are some blocks that stand out above the rest. The first one of those being ramp 6M02. This block is one of a few that zombies just don't like for some reason. They will try their best not to jump over it to get to you. Now, if they don't have any other option, they will jump it, but they'll try really hard not to jump it first. And if I spawn a party girl here and we watch, you will see she runs around the whole entire structure in order to get to me through the gap instead of jumping over it, even though I'm standing very close to the wall. If I was using any other normal block, like just the normal square blocks, the zombie would jump over it and head straight for me because that's the quickest possible route to get to me. But with these blocks, they don't like to jump them. They try not to jump them. And if I enclose this area, you can see though they will indeed jump over them because they don't have any other choice. And you're probably like, well, why is that OP? Well, this essentially allows you to route zombies however you want to route them because they'll not jump over this block unless they don't have any other choice. And that leads me to our next block, which is the cube 1M hole. This has the same effect as the previous block. Zombies don't like it and they'll do everything they can to avoid this one as well. And the crazy thing about this one is this block can be level with the ground and they will do their best to avoid it. Not only that, you can actually place this one more than one wide, so place multiple in a row. And as you can see, when I stand in the middle of this is only 2 deep and the zombie is having a very difficult time trying to figure out how to get to me. They will eventually figure out how to get to you, but once they get inside the holes, it really screws with the AI even more. As you can see here, she's just jumping around from hole to hole like a crazy game of whack-a-mole and can't figure out how to actually just jump straight to me. So this block definitely screws with the AI even more than the last one. Not only can you use it for routing, you can use it to just bust up the AI by causing chaos in a group of zombies, having them get stuck in the holes not knowing what to do, as well as just using it in general for a zombie force field to route them to a specific location because they will do everything they can possibly do to avoid this block, like I said, even more than the last one. Next, we have the crown 3-sided. So when you place this one, it's best to place this one too high. So you place one below, rotate it in the opposite direction that it was, and then stack one on top. The interesting thing about this one is, first off, it's cop spit proof, so cops can't spit through it. You can shoot through it without any problems whatsoever. And the real kicker to this one, no pun intended here, is that the sledge turret can actually punch zombies through it. Zombies can't get through it when they are crawling. They can't get through it normally. They just run at it like they can get through it, thinking that they can, but they cannot. And if you place a sledge turret on the opposite side of it, the sledge turret will continuously attack the zombies and knock them down. This one is a fantastic one for base defense, especially if you were to do something like combine it with some of the other blocks that we've taken a look at so far. You could route the zombies around to the location where your sledge turret is with these blocks set up so that they have no other way to go, and then they'll just constantly get knocked down by the sledge turret and you can stand there and shoot them. Up next, we have the Wedge 60 tip. By itself, this block is not very broken. It actually needs a secondary block stacked on top of it to be its most effective, and that secondary block is the cube 1/2. What these blocks do together when they are built with the wedge tip facing down and the 1/2 block built on top of it stacked 3 high is pretty simple. Zombies think they can run across it, but they cannot, and what that results in is zombies running to run at you and just falling off the side of something. This block combo is absolutely fantastic for setting up a horde base, specifically a drop horde base, where zombies run up a ramp, fall off the ramp because they can't get to you, and then rinse and repeat, run around back up the ramp and fall off the ramp again. And that is it for this block. It is simple and extremely effective in creating a path that the zombies see that they can run across, but they cannot. Next up is one of, if not the most broken block in the game, and technically it's not even a block. It is paint. It's the road paint handicap. This block absolutely destroys the zombie AI. They have no clue how to deal with it, and it just basically shuts them down. If I spawn in a party girl here and we watch as I stand on this little platform, normally a zombie would attack and try to get up to me, but as you can see, the zombie just runs at it and can't figure out what to do and will occasionally jump, but cannot jump because it actually has collision and blocks them, and they don't attack. This is by far one of the stronger zombie force fields because it protects your blocks from zombie attacks and just absolutely destroys the zombie AI. Now, I do want to point out that these blocks are affected by cop spit, so if a cop spits at you, they will take some damage. They do have a pretty okay amount of HP. They can take a couple of cop hits from cop spit. They have 250 HP if you build them out of concrete. I highly advise, if you use this tactic for anything, to build them out of concrete so that they can take those hits from the cop spit if cops do show up. But once the cop spits and closes in the gap on you, they just stand there and run at you and try to jump, but cannot, just like the party girl was doing, and it breaks them pretty badly. One downside to this block is that it can't be placed on itself. It has to be placed adjacent to an actual block. I guess that's because it's not really a block itself, which is why here in this little test area that I set up to demonstrate this block, I don't have any placed in the corners. You also want to make sure that you place them too high, so stack them on top of each other to stop the zombies from jumping up on top of it, because they will jump up on top of them. If they stack as well, they will stack up and get on top of them that way as well. All things you need to keep in mind when trying to use this block in order to break the AI. This block, however, would be absolutely fantastic for lining the outside of a base with it, or combining it with some of the other blocks that we've taken a look at today in order to just break the AI even more than they already do. There's an absolute ton of applications for this block and what it does to the AI. If you all want videos about how to use these blocks, different ways that you can use them to fortify your base or use them in a horde base, let me know and I'll see about making videos demonstrating each of them or all of them in one video. Last but not least, we have the good old-fashioned topsoil block. This is one that just gets overlooked by many. You can actually make the blocks that the whole entire map is made out of, the ground, the topsoil. This topsoil is great because it is cop proof. On top of being cop explosion proof, it's also cop spit proof. This block is absolutely insane because of that. So you could line a base with it so that when cops explode, if they do explode, they don't knock out parts of your horde base. You could use it to protect traps. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It literally takes no damage from cop spit or cop explosions. Now, I do want to point out, it will take explosion damage and blow up pretty easily if a demo blows up, and zombies will and can attack it. And it only has a measly 200 hit points, but it's really good for just lining your bases with in order to help protect certain parts or all of your base. I'm sure there are a lot of other completely broken blocks in this game that just destroy the zombie AI, but that unfortunately is all I have for you for today's list. If you found this video helpful and informational in any way, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. And if you're looking for some more of my 7 Days to Die content, you can find a link to another one of my videos on the screen right now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.